Hi, I'm Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with your monthly love and career reading for my Geminis. Sun or rising in March 2025. I'll leave the timestamps down below. I hope this reading finds you at a helpful time. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. If anything resonates, please let me know in the comments. Also, leave me questions or suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm raising funds to purchase medical equipment, so I appreciate any donations or shiny items you care to gift from my Amazon and Etsy list linked below, if you're inspired, but not required. Now, I ask that the Spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for these love and career readings. Let's get started. Spirit, what's happening in my Gemini's love life this month? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in their love life for the rest of March? Let's get some cards out for my Gemini's love life for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So you got the Nine of Cups. This indicates being very fulfilled and satisfied emotionally. Something you really wanted, like a wish or a dream, has been fulfilled. You may be content in a relationship that you're currently in, or even content being single. This Seven of Swords indicates that there may be someone trying to betray you. Someone may be disloyal, planning some sort of thievery. This could point to energy vampires or someone that is being untruthful and dishonest at this time. And when it's upright, the Seven of Swords card indicates they may be getting away with it. So this could be a warning to watch your back and stay cautious at this time so that you don't get taken advantage of or sabotaged. The Four of Cups indicates reevaluating where you currently stand with some emotional connection or relationship. You may be taking time out to reconsider the value of a person or relationship in your life and daydreaming about something better. This could also indicate you maybe even being bored of someone and contemplating moving on from a relationship that's no longer holding your interest. Then you got the Knight of Cups, which indicates someone who is very charming, very romantic, someone that is creative and may present you with an attractive opportunity. But since this is coming up after the Seven of Swords, I would say beware of someone using their charm to be manipulative and deceive you. Then you got this Knight of Wands, and this represents someone very energetic, taking action on some love connection or something or someone that they are very passionate about, maybe even lustful. So connections with these kinds of people can be very exciting, but they can also be fleeting. So beware of someone coming in hot and presenting you with intensity, perhaps even love bombing you in a short amount of time rather quickly, because that could be an attempt at someone, again, trying to deceive you. The Queen of Wands is the last card that flew out in this first pile, and she is courageous, confident. She is popular. She is very independent. So maybe there is conflict between this independent type and this romantic and intense type. Depending on which of these characteristics you identify with, you may find down the line some difficulty in the preferences in a relationship between these two. Let's get some clarification on these first cards for you, Gemini. Spirit, please clarify this love life reading for my Geminis. Please help clarify this love life reading for the rest of March for my Gemini, Spirit. Let's get some clarification on this love life reading for the next 4 to 6 weeks for Gemini. So we got here 2 cards. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which indicates confusion, chaos, mental block, dishonesty, stress, anxiety, clouded judgment, weak. So this Ace of Swords coming out after this Seven of Swords confirms that there may be some dishonesty, some deceit, some untruthfulness to come in a relationship or that you may have already experienced. And then you have this World card upright, which indicates a sense of accomplishment and completion. You're feeling whole, integration, travel, arriving, success. So whatever state you're currently in, be it in a relationship or single, you may feel complete and content with where you are, particularly because of the journey that brought you to this state. And that may be contributing to this potential sense of apathy where you are emotionally disinterested in someone or some relationship that you currently have. You may be in such of a good place that you're not necessarily looking to pour into anyone else's cup or entertain a change in your current status. And here we have the Magician card in reverse. And this could point to someone who is manipulative, a poor planner, has untapped talents, is insecure, lacks confidence, perhaps even a narcissist. So if this sounds like someone you either were dating or currently are seeing, This person may be contributing to some kind of energy vampirism or draining you in some way, deceiving you in some way. Because although this is a love life reading, this doesn't only point to romantic love. This could also point to love between friends that you share sisterhood or brotherhood with, family members, any strong bonds and connections with people that you have love for. So, for example, this could point to not only a lover, but also a friend that may have been draining and manipulative in your life. The Three of Wands indicating disorganization again. This says setbacks, delays, obstacles to long-term goals. So we got a sense of that in this Ace of Swords card in reverse because of the clouded judgment that may contribute to delays. You may be looking for some sort of confirmation from either a person that you're involved with or from the universe. And the delays and setbacks of getting that clear answer may be frustrating for you or creating an obstacle that's not allowing you to think clearly enough to make a decision about what to do regarding a relationship. But the universe may be presenting you with the opportunity for a new emotional connection because this Ace of Cups says love, compassion, new feeling, emotional overwhelm, romance. This could even mean a new baby, a proposal, or a marriage if you're already in a serious committed relationship. So this card points to perhaps having to make some decisions around relationships as I picked up on in the previous cards. But when I look at the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups, this to me is trying to communicate to you to not miss out on an opportunity because you're so busy thinking about something or someone else. Be open and receptive to exploring some love connection with someone that the universe might present you with. And here is that Knight of Cups again. So this may be reinforcing that there is someone who is very creative, romantic, some sort of Prince Charming, who's very sensitive, that may be proposing ideas of relationship, love, and commitment to you. This card also asks you to follow your heart and may represent beauty. The beauty of love, the beauty of someone's physical attraction. But since this card is reinforcing a card that we already got, it is trying to highlight these characteristics to you, to perhaps warn you to either not fall for the charms of someone that might be manipulative, or if this is someone new and benign, this might be asking you to be receptive to the universe sending you someone who is more romantic and sensitive. So let's do a quick recap in this overview of your love life reading, Gemini. So you started the reading with this Nine of Cups, which communicated to me that you are perfectly fine where you are. You are content with whatever relationship you're in, be it with someone or with yourself. Yet there may be someone already in your life or coming into your life that may be looking to deceive you. Someone that may be very romantic and passionate and exciting and come in with a lot of charm and energy. But when people come in fast and hot, those types, they may be using speed to their advantage to create confusion and cloud one's judgment into rushing into a relationship with them before you discover their true motives. But this Queen of Wands card indicates that you may be very content in your independence. And so you may not be easily moved in the face of a new opportunity for an emotional connection or a new love presenting itself to you. You already feel so complete in wherever you are in your love life, be it with someone already or enjoying your solitude and independence. So that discontentment with things related to love and new emotional connections at this time may help you dodge or avoid someone who's manipulative or perhaps even a narcissist, so that you do not experience setbacks and delays in your personal life that could affect your life in the long term. But I would warn against being too dismissive of new connections because the universe may be trying to present you with the opportunity for a new connection with someone that has potential to be long-lasting in your life. So you may be called to exercise good judgment and push through all of the deception that may be clouding your view about who someone really is. Now let's get a final message for my Gemini in this love life reading, Spirit. What final message or advice do you have for my Gemini's love life for the rest of March, Spirit? Interesting. Those flew out. So first you got I am light. This says pure divine essence. And then you got protection. This says shield, preserve, conserve. And then you got sacred rest. So this says retreat, balance, and restore. Let's get more information on those cards for you. So first you got this I am light card. The message here says, no matter how hard life can get, no matter how dark, we are the light of our own lives. We are the dawn after the dark night of the soul. You are a sovereign being, one who has the space to claim your spiritual energy and power and use them to explore your divinity and your sacred relationship with life. There is a difference between being humble and dimming your light for fear of outshining others. Too often, we carry the weight of others' emotions and don't do what would best serve our own lives. It is important to allow your natural radiance to shine. It is literally life-changing for others to see you basking in your radiance. It inspires others to come out of their shadow. If you've pulled this card, it is a sign that it is time for you to shine your light without apology, without fear of diminishing others. What would it look like if you were in your full radiance? Gemini, so this card is telling you, do not shrink yourself for others. Do not dim your own light for others to feel more comfortable, for others to feel like they're shining. Do not shrink yourself for others to feel bigger. That is one of the key indicators of someone who may be a narcissist, is they usually try to diminish someone's light and diminish someone's good name and feed off of their light. So if you take inventory of your life and can identify any relationships that may be draining you, that maybe aren't filling your cup, then this card may be advising you that perhaps there is somewhat of an imbalance and you can no longer keep space for that relationship if it comes at the cost of having to diminish your own light and dwell in darkness. You have to protect yourself. This protection card says, it is perfectly natural to want to protect yourself and your loved ones from harm. Do this from a place of strength rather than from a place of fear. When this card comes up in a reading, it is an opportunity to examine your conscious and subconscious programming around worry, anxiety, and fear. When we have a harmonious relationship with the universe, we can develop a trust that all is unfolding for our growth. There is less stress, and this creates ease, leading to flow and connection with life. In a space of trust, we can know that we are safe. We can decide that we are safe. We can trust that we will know what to do in any situation. You can create a luminous energy field around you that blocks and filters out vibrations that are not in coherence with your own high frequency. Alternatively, this card may specifically be asking you to create firm boundaries to protect yourself and your energy. Gemini. So this once again mentioned your light, or pointed to creating luminosity around yourself and your energy as part of protection for yourself, as well as strengthening your boundaries to help protect you from people that may be toxic, deceptive, manipulative, narcissistic, people that may drain you and look to take more than they give to your life. So protect yourself from those people and those low vibrations by elevating your vibrations and being the light. And then this final card that says Sacred Rest. The message here says, we need rest not only from the obvious things like work, school, career, parenting, etc., but also from the less obvious things like thinking, our expectations, the expectations of others, as well as stress and worry. When this card shows up in a reading, take it as a gentle nudge, a reminder that you need to take some restful time and space for yourself. Or maybe it's not a nudge, but a full-on push from the universe, letting you know that you need to make a change in the way you provide respite for yourself or suffer the consequences. This can be as simple as going to bed early, exploring meditation, which can do wonders for stressed nervous systems, or even plan a retreat or trip for a few days away from your regular routine to change your environment and energy. So Gemini, this card may be asking you to rest and recover in order for you to think clearly, see people clearly, in order to make better decisions around protecting yourself and restore balance to your life. Or in this case, maintain balance, since you started off with a card that indicates that you may already be content. So while you may be satisfied with your current relationship status, there still is some work to do to develop your discernment and strengthen your boundaries in order to experience the growth and transformation that this moment seems to be calling you into, a moment that is asking you to work on keeping space for yourself, not for others that want to keep you down, and being more protective of yourself through rest, meditation, nature, and stronger boundaries. I hope that was helpful, Gemini. That is the monthly love reading for Gemini, Sun or Rising for March 2025. Now, let's move on to your career reading. Spirit, what's happening in my Gemini's career and finances this month? What are they experiencing? What should Gemini prepare for in their career and finances for the rest of March? Ooh, a painful ending as indicated by this Ten of Swords. You may have been in an existing job or business partnership that you have fought to try to keep it alive and make it work, but this card indicates it is dead. This business relationship has come to an end, and putting more effort into it will be like beating a dead horse. But the positive is, it can't get any worse. So this is a good indicator that while something has come to an end, the only way to go is up. You will find yourself in a better place once you release this and start fresh. Then you have the Moon card, which indicates that you may have some doubts, hesitations, or illusions over the unknown. So when the Moon card pops out, it's usually advising you to get more information before you make a decision on something. This Ace of Swords indicates that you may have some mental breakthroughs in the form of new ideas, new information, new conversations, exploring the development of new or existing skill sets, strengthening that with education. So the ending of this work or business relationship may be the catalyst for you to explore a new opportunity or interest, which would likely be very successful for you since you got this Six of Wands card, which indicates victory, recognition, popularity, being rewarded somehow. So as mentioned before, in this Ten of Swords, if things are already as bad as they can get, things can only get better from there on the other side. Let's get one more out for you. The Emperor. This represents business, authority, leadership, structure, rules, discipline, a father-like figure, a provider. So this could be characteristics that you possess that maybe are here reminding you that you have the skill set and abilities to thrive in a leadership role or entrepreneurial venture. Or this card may be advising you to be more disciplined, focused, and structured in your career and finances. Finally, that card could represent someone else who is in a leadership position like a manager to you, or it could represent a company or establishment. Let's get some clarification on that for you, Gemini. Spirit, please clarify this career and finance reading for my Geminis. Please help clarify this career and finance reading for Gemini for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So we got Queen of Swords in reverse. And this points to someone that is very critical, dismissive, overbearing, overly emotional, cruel, cold-hearted, bitter. This may be someone that you have had to work with, Gemini, that has been overly critical or micromanaging, making it difficult to work in those conditions, to work under that kind of manager. The Six of Wands, but in reverse this time, indicating a sense of failure, something being destroyed, having doubts, not getting the credit, feeling ignored, lack of confidence. So right after this Queen of Swords in reverse that indicated leadership that's probably critical and cruel, certainly dismissive, that tracks that you would perhaps feel discredited and ignored, which would affect your confidence and cause you to doubt yourself. Which brings me back to the Moon card. These hesitations may not just be related to the unknown, but also to self-doubts developed from a toxic or hostile work environment. Then you have the Death card, but in reverse. And this card means resistance to change, fear of change, holding on, stagnation, personal transformation. So this card, along with the first card that you got in this career and finance reading, Gemini, the Ten of Swords, they both indicate that you have been fighting to make something work related to your career and finances, but everything indicates it's not going to get any better and it has to come to an end in order for you to step into a new and better cycle. So maybe this is a job that you were trying to hold on to, but it has run its course and you're not seeing any further growth in that. Or it could be an investment that didn't deliver the results that you hoped for, because there may be some difficulty with the people that you're working with and some dishonesty, illusions, or fears contributing to some sort of inaction or stagnation in a job or business relationship. Finally, you got this King of Pentacles in reverse, and this card means stubborn, miserly, authoritative, greed, stubborn, materialistic, obsessive. So that takes me back to what we were just saying about this possibly pointing to some sort of financial loss in the form of perhaps a bad investment, since there was someone stubborn that may have either led you or you have led yourself into a financial hole through a bad investment choice or keeping yourself stuck in a job that has already run its course for longer than you should have. This could also point to someone who is stingy or overspends. So if this is you, you may be going through a experience to improve upon these qualities so that you could be more successful in business in the future. If this is someone that you partnered with or a company that you work for, then the difficulty that you have working with these kinds of people, dismissive, stubborn, critical, not allocating sufficient budget or power for you to move forward with your projects and be successful in your role, still working with those people is destroying your confidence and causing you to doubt yourself. You have to get out of this job or position to think clearly and welcome something new and better. Yeah, you got this Two of Swords card in reverse, which indicates clarity, decisiveness, action, intuition. So whatever new things you're learning or even some truth that may come to light, it will help you make the decision about moving on from this challenging job or business arrangement. And then you also have this Three of Swords in reverse, indicating that you are now or you will be in this state of recovery after loss, healing, releasing, optimism, and forgiveness. So Gemini, to recap, it looks like you're at a dead-end job or some sort of business arrangement that is not going well or as well as you'd wished, and you are overdue for moving on from this. But you have some fears and doubts about moving on. You may not have a clear vision or plan as yet. But this Ace of Swords indicates that the universe will provide you with some idea or breakthrough to have a clearer vision of how to move on from this, be it through a new business idea or job opportunity that presents itself to you, which would be a lot more victorious for you. And this Emperor card indicates that it may be in the direction of you transitioning from working for someone else to working for yourself, because this Emperor card coming in this final position leads me to believe this reading is trying to communicate, trying to encourage you to go for entrepreneurialism, go for building out your own business idea, because you may be more successful working for yourself than working for someone else. The financial pressures of this economy would naturally lead everyone to try to hold on to whatever sources of income they do have. But again, this Ten of Swords reinforces that continuing to try to make it work is only going to drain you and not get any better, because you're dealing with somewhat difficult, stubborn, dismissive, cruel, overbearing authority figures, managers, or persons in leadership that is affecting your esteem and not giving you credit for the good things that you did contribute. So this is again clarifying that you indeed need to end this cycle to step into a better one. Do not resist the ending of that job, as scary as it is at this time financially. The universe will present you with a better opportunity that will give you the clarity that you need to move forward with making this change. And you will find yourself in this recovery period after releasing this, healing from this, and forgiving yourself for keeping yourself in this kind of job for longer than you would have liked to. Particularly since once you embark on your entrepreneurial idea, it may be so successful that you'll say, why didn't I just do this sooner? So that's a part of this sentiment of forgiving yourself for holding on to a job or business partnership longer than you should have, because we can only do our best with the information we're presented with at the time. But the more that you learn and clarify things that were maybe giving you hesitation or were elusive, the more informed that you get with the truth of a situation, as painful as the truth may be, then the more clarity that you have to make the right decision for you. Now, let's get a final message out for my Gemini's career and finances for the rest of March. Spirit, what advice or final message do you have for Gemini's career and finances for the next 4 to 6 weeks? Let's get a few cards out for Gemini's career and finances for the next 4 to 6 weeks, Spirit. Oh, all right. So we have surrender, boundaries, connect to heart, and the Weaver. Let's get more information from these cards for you. So first you have the surrender card. The message here says, we often hear the word surrender being thrown around in intentional communities, and rightfully so. This is one of the primary lessons we are on earth to learn. It is also one of the most challenging. To surrender is to have our human nature take a back seat. This is not easy, and we can find ourselves saying, I know how I should look at this, but we struggle when it comes to actually embodying it and putting it into practice. When we are working with larger concepts, it is important to break it down. Rather than embracing surrender like a mantra, enter into a dialogue with it. What does it mean? What does it look like? If you were to surrender, how would you feel? How would you move through life? How would your heart, soul, mind, and body feel? With the situation at hand, how would you engage differently? What are the small things you can do daily that hold a container for surrender? Consider journaling around these questions and sit with what this card means for you and how you can integrate it. Well, Gemini, I think it's very clear and straightforward that this card is asking you to let go and surrender. Do not fight against what the universe wants you to release. Let go of that chapter that has run its course, even if it's painful, and trust that the universe has something better for you on the other side. Then you got this boundaries card. The message here says, boundaries can be a difficult thing to master. Most people are not raised with a firm understanding of healthy boundaries and either end up being closed off or allow themselves to be invaded or invade others. It requires balance and knowing exactly what your needs are. This card asks you to check in with yourself and see where you live on the boundary spectrum. Do you have a healthy relationship with them? Do you struggle in communicating around them? Are there any patterns that continue to crop up around boundaries in your life? Gemini, that to me was another very straightforward card about needing to have boundaries at this time, or in this career and finance reading, I would interpret that as standards. You need to have standards for what you will and won't accept from a work environment or from leadership. Strengthening your boundaries and raising your standards will help you see clearly that these kinds of environments are not worth pouring more of your effort into. So this will assist with giving you more reason or encouragement to let a negative career experience come to an end. And then the message on this Connect to Heart card says, this card asks you to connect to the heart space. This is a place of bravery, integration, vulnerability, and compassion. This may mean pushing past any fear you may have and opening up to true connection. This may mean finding forgiveness or empathy. This may mean softening. Most of us have layers of defense mechanisms around our heart that prevent us from being present, from receiving love, from giving love. This card asks you to examine what armor you can let go of and where you can nurture yourself in this space. Gemini, so we are again seeing a repeat of that idea of forgiveness after this difficult experience, leaving a job or business relationship. This is asking you to connect with your heart, not only to forgive yourself, but also connect to the things that you truly love, because that could help lead you into your next career opportunity that is more connected to something that is a true passion or a beloved interest of yours. And finally, you have this Weaver card. The message here says, the weaver is the master of their destiny. Each one of us has thousands of threads that when combined weave the fabric of our life. We can braid, nurture, or sever any strand at any time. And in doing so, we are the weaver. This card urges you to take inventory of all the threads active within your life at this moment. What needs to happen moving forward? Which ones need to grow stronger? Which ones need to be cut? What actions can you take to tend to the threads of your fate? Gemini, so this is tapping into what this Ten of Swords has been screaming throughout this reading at this point, that you have control over your fate and your future by choosing what you keep and what you remove from your life. So this is, once again, giving you that encouragement to cut the threads or sever the ties with things, in this case, likely some job that no longer serves you, that takes more from your life than it gives. The sooner you make that decision, the sooner that you will be able to enjoy a peaceful recovery and rewarding next chapter in your career. I hope this was helpful in encouraging you to make a change in your career or finances if you resonate with this reading, Gemini. So that is the March 2025 Love and Career reading for Gemini, Sun or Rising, for what's to come in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Leave a comment if anything resonated, or let me know of any readings you'd like to see me do in the future. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Donations and gift lists are linked down below if you're inspired, but not required. I wish you all abundance and opulence. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.